Salutations, this is Dave from System Degenerate in the kitchen, which currently, at the moment, is going through quite a lot of maintenance. I don't know if you can see all this going on in the floor, being ripped up like it has been. So, yeah, that's made things a little interesting. Anyway, this is kind of a half vlog, half lesson video, as I will get into the actual lesson in a minute. I talked about the next SD lesson. It was going to be a video on music production and like mixing guitars. I am going to do that video, but the recording session that was going to be done and it was going to be filmed at got cancelled, and I don't know when we're going to be doing it again. We're currently going through some awkwardness with schedules and everything, and everyone being too busy and all that kind of tedium. So anyway, until that happens, I am going to be just doing a few more of the general videos that I was doing before. So this one is going to be on blues playing. So I've set up my rig. So you can see there, well, this is not my rig. This is just basically an amp and a guitar that I've set up in the kitchen because the kitchen has enough room. So yeah, let's just get all this lined up a minute. Let's see, that should be good. Right about there. I don't know. That'll do. Right. 1 minute. Now, what I'm doing today is blues. Blues playing is something that you cannot really cover in a single YouTube video that will only be a few minutes long. Blues playing is something, there are tons of different styles. It goes back millions of years, it goes back hundreds of years to musicians who are more talented than I am. But as a 26-year-old white guy, I obviously know a lot about the blues because no one knows more about the blues than 26-year-old white guys. Something like that. So I'm just going to cover some basic blues stuff and just kind of an introduction to the blues rather than a comprehensive thing of everything you need to know, because, as I said, you have to be more talented than me to really do that. But if we begin, you probably can't see what I'm doing that well because the camera is all the way over there and I can't see what I'm doing that well. But essentially what you're doing is you kind of fret the A5 power chord, and if you go to the 4th and the 5th frets on the D string, but keep that open A note, so it's like... of 2 notes, and you palm mute the second note. Like that. That's kind of the basic patterns when you start off with that sort of thing. You can also start off by doing it on the low E string. You can bring it up and you can do kind of variations of it. I mean, what I would do if I was going up, I would go to the 5th fret and I would just go like so basically what I'm doing there is I'm playing a power chord, and for once I'm not using my little finger to play this power chord. That's on the 5th fret, and I'm going to the 7th on the D. And then I'm going to the 5th on the G. I'm messing this up. I'm not going to bother editing this because that would be a professional thing and I'm clearly not professional. So yeah. Basic pattern, just remember fret a note and palm mute a note and play everything in double stops. When you get that picking pattern down, you can get the rhythm section done. Now then you got your more kind of lead orientated blues stuff, and blues again is not, well, it can be if you listen to people like Jimi Hendrix, but for the most part it is not known as a technically challenging style. It's all about the feel and about the vibe of it. So we'll go over the first position of the blues scale, which I know I've used in previous videos, but we'll actually go over it this time, and we'll just not slack off. It's a pretty simple one. If you know your basic pentatonic scale, it's similar to that, but it's got a couple of extra notes thrown in. So on the low E, bear in mind I will actually say I'm tuned down a half step as I always am, because that's where it should be. On the low E you go to the 3rd and the 6th. And then on the A, it's the 3rd, 4th and 5th. Then on the D, it would be the 3rd and the 5th. G is 3rd, 5th and 6th. We'll pretend I didn't hit a bum note. Then it's 3rd and 6th on the B and the high E. So, I haven't warmed up today. I'm just going to make excuses for this. So anyway, when you've actually got that kind of down, if you had any trouble with that, just watch the video back. I'll save you going over it again and again. That, you can kind of build all kinds of stuff out of that. Like, I mean, there was a riff I played in a previous video that was just like... And, you know, you can kind of do stuff like that, like... Actually, that sounded a bit more Middle Eastern-y, didn't it? But anyway, you can kind of get the vibe of how to sort of put this stuff together. So anyway, that's kind of a rough introduction to the blues. I'm trying not to let my picks go all over the place in this pick holder that I have in the back of my guitar for convenience sake. I don't even know why I'm telling you that. I am rambling once again, as I often do. One moment, folks. Just guitar. So yeah, we will soon be having that stuff. I'm trying to figure out the zoom on this. Yeah, we'll be doing stuff, more videos to do with recording. I'd like to actually show some more recording to actually give people a demonstration of what we're doing. We've got some writing done in the pipeline, things like that. So that's this week's lesson. Peace out, guys. Enjoy.